A brain tumour, a liver transplant, a coma, diabetes and a broken hip. For the last 20 years, 53-year-old Richard Greene has been plagued by medical problems, leaving him unable to walk unaided. But now, after an assessment for the new personal independence payments, he's had his benefits reduced by £130 a week and his mobility scooter taken away.
That took away all my independence. In theory, I'm just like a prisoner in my own room and won't be able to feed myself. And that is very, very distressing. I mean, I sort of, at some points, I was going to sleep at night and just hoping that I didn't wake up. You know, it's too much. Like 20 years, it's, I've had so much going medically wrong with me. I felt like I was falling to pieces.
Richard says he's now planning an appeal with the help of his daughters. The so-called PIP assessments have been brought in by the government to replace disability living allowance, and the Department for Work and Pensions says decisions are made after considering information from the claimant and medical specialists. But Richard says despite being pushed into the meeting in a wheelchair, his review came back claiming he could walk 20 metres unaided.
I don't think this is fair, not just for me, but for other people. Other people out there that, are in the same position as me, probably even worse off than me. I mean, yeah, what I've gone through is a lot, but there's people worse off than me. I think it's outrageous that they're willing to just take everything away from someone and not care that what the consequences are.
For advice, Richard turned to Norfolk human rights group Equal Lives, which says since the PIP assessments were introduced, demand for its services has increased, with up to 2,000 calls a month for support with things like appeals. But at the same time, the charity is facing potential funding cuts of £63,000 when the County Council discusses its budget next week. Development Manager Julie Kemmy says that would be unfeasible with the extra workload brought by PIP assessments and the subsequent appeals.
That entire process is not only very lengthy, it's quite traumatic for the person who has to go through it. Because you're judged all the way through. It's almost underlying it is you must be lying in some way, you're exaggerating your condition, you're just trying to exploit the benefit system. It's not like that at all.
For Richard, things are beginning to look up, though. After hearing his story, a woman has anonymously donated £400 for him to buy his own scooter, giving him back his independence. But he worries that not everyone will be so lucky. Lauren Hewitt, Mustard TV, Bowthorpe.